Hi all of you fellow tankers. I'm going to be making a video on World of Tanks right now, and as you can see, this is my first World of Tanks video. I have many other videos just, up there and whatnot. So, in this series, I'm going to be basically comparing and contrasting the similarities and differences between the tier 10s that I currently have, and as the time goes on, I'm obviously going to acquire some more and be doing some reviews on future tanks. As you see, I've just got all my tanks down here in my garage. As you can see, it's quite a lot. But yeah, so I've been playing for about a year now. Just give you guys some insight on what I'm doing in World of Tanks right now. And I am part of the Reddit clan Narwhal, or Upvote, as you guys may know. My in-game name is T110E4. If you guys want to add me, just talk to me, whatever. It'd be great. Yeah, so basically this episode is going to be a review of the T110E4, which is my most played tier 10. And as I said, I've only played for a year, so I think I only have like 600 battles in this tank or something like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and start this review. Alright guys, so this T110E4 is an American tank destroyer. As you can see, it's got a very unique shape. Yeah, it's got the rounded hull with the huge tracks on front, and it's very compact for its size. Being a tier 10, tank destroyers you'd think have a huge hull, huge turret if they have one, whatever. But this is actually quite compact. It does have a little tall physique. It's got the 90-degree rotation turret both ways, left and right. And as you can see, it's got the same hull as the T110 series, obviously, that being the E4, the E3, and the E5. And yeah, so it does consist of a 155mm AT gun, a T110E4 turret, a 875 Continental horsepower engine. Suspension is the T110E4, and it has a 745-meter signal range. Now, getting into the main tank itself, I'm going to try and compare it to other nations' tier 10 tank destroyers, as well as the T110E3, which I will show you right now. And just comparing the main details and configurations and specs of these two tanks. Now, the E3 does have that little hit point boost, the 50 hit points, yet it doesn't really seem to make a difference, obviously, as tier 10 guns, tier 9 guns, especially the tank destroyers, they can dish out about 800 damage per shot. Tank destroyers, and I mean the heavies, they got about 400, 500 hit points per shell on average. So yeah, the E4 does have quite a little bit more mobility. As you can see, the speed limit is 11 kilometers an hour more. Its traverse is also 2 degrees per second more. And the part where it does suffer is the turret armor. Now, I will show you guys in a little bit on how the weak spots are attributed onto this tank, that being the cupola, the cheeks, and the lower glacis, and also sides and back. Which basically the E4 and the E3, they're just tank destroyers, so if you get flanked, you're most likely going to be obliterated. So yeah, the shell damage is the same as the E3, which is the 638 to 1063 on average. And it does have quite a lot of penetration, 221 to 369 with I think that's standard shells, and it goes all the way up to gold shells. I will be showing you guys the penetration on each shell in a while. Now, the view range is decent, 400, that's very good, and the signal range and view range is basically the same for both of them. So the only real difference is the E3 does not have the turret. Now, it does have insane concentrated frontal armor, which is 305, which is the same as the T95. However, I don't think its frontal armor is as effective as the T95, as it does have the lower glacis and also the cupola. Now, the rate of fire on the E3 is a bit more. I think you can get it down to like 16-15 seconds with the rammer, brothers in arms, and a vent. The E4, I have a rammer, and I think that's it right now. And I have about an 18-second reload, which I will show you guys in the gameplay later. So just getting a quick look at this tank, it's got quite, like I said, it has a weird shape. It looks pretty cool in my opinion. Now, the one part that's going to be absorbing most of the damage, or shells rather, is going to be the huge mantlet on the front. As you can see, nothing is penetrating that. You might get a few no damage pens and hurt the gun if anything. And also the upper glacis is very bouncy. It doesn't have that driver's port or those little driver's hatches as the E5 does, or the T57 Heavy. However, it does have the few viewports for the commander and the main cupola, where that is where this tank is going to suffer in terms of brawling if you need to. And I will also get into that later about how I don't necessarily like to brawl in this tank, as it is a TD and you should not be doing that. So the main weak spots on this tank are obviously going to be the underglacis, which I think only has about like 180 armor, with that being at a straight angle like this. If you do angle it, you can bounce on the underglacis a lot, but you have to be at about a 70-degree angle, like this, for it to even remotely bounce. That being said, like I said before, the turret is, in some opinions, people think it's a downside, but I actually like it because you get the more maneuverability. You can also snipe by without turning your hull, less gun dispersion, you know. So another weak spot is the cheeks here on the turret, and also, like I said, the cupola and these little viewports. So this tank itself is very good. I like it. It's got, I'd say it's got iffy maneuverability. It's almost, basically, like, I like to compare it to the IS-6 maneuverability. Even though it may be a stretch, the IS-6 has the same speed limit and basically the same pick up and go. So if you're thinking about getting an E4 and you want to know about its mobility, definitely check out the IS-6, watch some reviews on that, and that's probably the same maneuverability. Now, its traverse speed is, it's okay. I mean, you may want to get some off-road driving, some, actually not off-road driving. Actually, I'm not sure what it is. It's the cruise skill. But, you know, you may want to get that. Also, the gun dispersion is quite pitiful while moving your turret, hull, all that. So, the gun itself, I'll go over that right now. It has a long-ass reload, as you all know that. It's gonna be around 18-17 seconds at best. Damage is pretty insane, as tier 10 tank destroyers have. And it's got a decent aim time, as if you get Brothers in Arms in a vent, you may get that down. It's gonna be, you're gonna have to wait a little bit in order to aim and snipe out targets. But as you can see, its accuracy is not bad. It's 0.37, that's decent for a tier 10 tank destroyer. And yeah, so going into shells, I'll show you guys right now. The standard AP is 221 to 369. And the AP composite rigid gold shells is 281 to 469, and I have some of those in my depot for Clan Wars. And the high explosive obviously is going to dish out more damage, but it only has 68 to 113 millimeters of penetration. Now, what I like to run on this is obviously just the standard small repair kit, small first aid kit, and manual fire extinguisher. You guys can go get some premium consumables if they're on sale. If you guys feel like doing that, those obviously won't help. Or no, they won't hurt to get, my bad. They'll help. So I'm definitely gonna pick up some of those when it's on sale and use them in Clan Wars. So how about we get into some gameplay? That's just the gist of the tank. I actually did not compare it to any of the other nations, but I will do that after the game. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to this T110E4 American Tank Destroyer review. And believe it or not, this is gonna be the gameplay, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a Absolute Tank Company for my Clan Narwhal, or upvote, as you guys may know, against a pretty good team. We end up losing this battle by one tank, which is quite frustrating, but at the same time we gave them a great run. I mean, our clan is pretty immature, but we have potential, and we obviously gave these guys from Bad Purple, Otter Forge, a really good run for their money. Now, as you guys can see, I'm in the E4, and I have changed out my crew skills and spent the 200 gold on getting them to 100. So I have 6 cents on the commander for this game, and some other stuff which I have no clue what the hell I have on it. So anyway, I'm firing some gold. I actually end up firing all gold this match. Now our strat on Wide Park is basically send a little bit of mediums to the right and just fucking charge. Now they have the same exact strat as us, but they just happen to get there faster. but we ended up powering right through him, focus fire, all that. Now how I like to play this E4 is basically as a support heavy. As you guys can see, I'm obviously doing that right now along with this Foch 155, which is right there, who ends up getting killed on reload. Now as you guys can see, that's where it suffers, this tank. Its aim time and reload are pretty horrific. That's why I have a GLD on it, gun laying drive. I have a gun laying drive, a rammer, and vents on this right now. Now as you guys can see, we are just camping out this hill right now along with them, and like I said, the E4 you want to use as support heavy, focus fire, kill the targets that have the least health. And also, since its alpha is so great, it finishes off targets very nicely, as you guys will see in this particular gameplay. Now, as you guys can see, we counterbat two of the RDs right at the beginning, but their RD ends up winning it for them. Just quite scary, because I had a shot at him early on, but I didn't want to take it, because our field commander, Turkey Vulture, who was commanding this game, was telling the heavies to rush over the hill, which in this case I am basically a heavy. So I just rushed over the hill. And now this is the point where we rush over the hill, and this is where the fun starts. Now there's all these mediums over there, as they brought so many mediums that end up getting killed, except for the end. And this is where I have a shot at that object. I decided not to take it because everyone was saying focus fire the 257 heavies. So that's exactly what I do. I just take them out. As you guys see, I get a pretty good roll there. As you see, I bounce an FV shot right to the turret, which he hits me in the mantlet actually, which was a stupid idea. And I'll show you guys later on in the video that there are a couple instances where I hit a E4 in a weak spot, which is basically the spot where you should pen it. Now this T57 heavy, as you see, is basically hiding. I get tracked by that T62A from afar, and I just shoot him right in the face of the turret because I'm using gold. It's going to go right through. So that's 2 kills and 1100 damage. Now my friend Turkey right there, that's our field commander of Foch. He was commanding this, and he's doing a really good job whittling down this E5 as I come in, shoot him in the side of the turret, and that's 3 kills. As you guys see, we have basically come back, and this is going pretty fast actually. There's only, 6 people left on each team. And that's T62A decides to just camp there and get owned because he has nothing better to do. I mean, he couldn't get out. Now they try to flank us. Like I said, E4, you want to angle. Now I believe I get shot here, or I might bounce, and I'm not sure what happens, but eventually that RD that's over there that no one decided to kill because we're all just focus firing on these heavies in E4, basically just it gets me later. So as you guys see, that's the spot you want to shoot the E4, and I get a really low roll on him. As everyone's saying, you know, they're capping. They got, I think, E5 on cap or something like that. And as you guys see, there's the E4 again. Now, RD ends up hitting me at the end here in the side of my turret. He pens me and gets my ammo rack, which, in my opinion, I should have shot that RD at the beginning, but listening to our commander's instructions, I neglected to, but it would have helped at the end of the game, but I mean, I was just trying to listen. I don't want to make any excuses or anything, but whatever. So as you guys see, I've done pretty well so far. Gotten 2,000 damage with this beast of a tank. Now as you see this E4, I kind of draw him out a little. He misses. I acknowledge that, and I just going for the kill. And now I'm all reloaded. My ammo rack's hit, and that ends up killing me at the end of the game. And as you see, just get a little quick shot at him. Get right through him with the gold round APCR. And as you see, with that good angle, that FV bounced me. Wow, he shot me in the mantlet again. That's funny. Those 2 bounces in the mantlet are from him, which is kind of weird. I don't get why he was doing that. And as you see, Turkey goes right over, gets the FV. He's trying to run way back to the RD, kind of like relocate a little bit, but he doesn't get there. And yeah, so that was 4 kills actually, with 2.6 K damage. And our bat chat goes in for the kill, try to reset it. I think he actually does, as me and Turkey just roll in. Now at this point, my ammo rack's hit, and this is what kills us. Because, like I said, you don't want to rush any shots, and I end up doing that because we really needed to reset, and that was basically the only hope we had, as our bat chat died. But Turkey hits him, and I guess I just didn't realize, and I wanted to reset it. But I get a bounce on that E5's turret, and Turkey resets it again. But at this point, I didn't realize T62A was going behind me, and everyone's just yelling, "Dude, move up, move up." So I go, "Oh, what the hell?" and I move up. So, as you see, T62A gets spotted. He's trying to flank, which is a great idea. Good job by him. Kudos to him. He ends up getting 4 kills this game, just like me. He probably did more damage, by the way. Anyway, I tried to turn around, do the best I can, and as you see, if my ammo rack wasn't hit right now, I would have killed him. But my ammo rack was hit, and he just face hugs me. And with his 6-second reload, I have no chance to even fire at him. That's how close it is. Now at this point, our E5 Turkey actually ends up possibly pulling this out, and he kills their E5. But what happens is obviously already zoning in on him, and for the most part, that's actually my fault, and a couple other people's fault who had a shot at him. But you know, what are you gonna do? We gave him a great run for the money. We lost by actually 2 tanks, believe it or not. And it was a great game. I mean, that just shows in a whole how the E4 performs in not necessarily clan wars, but this is close to it. I mean, it's an absolute company. It was coordinated. They coordinated all that. Now we actually had like a 20% chance to win. Not that that matters, and we gave a big run for their money. So, like I said, let's just recap a little bit. The way I like to play this tank is as a support heavy. If you feel that your flank is getting mauled, or like your heavies are dying, being pubs like they are, I would suggest either going around and flanking in this tank, or for the most part pulling back, get to a safer position, get already safe, and snipe out targets. Now this tank can be played 2 ways, like I said, as a support heavy, or it could snipe. However, the aim time on the sniper and the mid velocity gun, I don't want to say low velocity gun, but it kind of is low. Kind of isn't so good at range. It is a TD, so if you guys get flanked, you're gonna be dead. That's why you want to relocate all the time, be able to get back behind your friends, and you don't want to be too aggressive, but it is both an aggressive and defensive tank. So yeah, thanks guys for watching this. I know I neglected to compare it to any of the let's say Soviet, Russian, like all that good tank destroyers. The 268, in my opinion, that's my favorite tank destroyer, just the way it looks and how it plays, but at the same time it has my worst stats. I'll do a review on that, guys. This video is getting long. Next review will be on the E3, T110E4, which I actually just picked up. In the beginning of the video I think it said I had the T95, but as I said, this recording was way after that, and I had managed to grind that out and buy it. So yeah, stay tuned guys. I'll probably have that video in the description once I make it. So hope you guys like this video. If you guys have any comments, you want to rate the video or subscribe to me, that'd be great. Yeah, so don't be too nasty in the comments, guys. This is my first World of Tanks commentated video or review, if you will. So yeah, hope you guys like this review, and you guys got any suggestions, please comment. Thanks guys, and happy tanking.